This has got to be one of the most memorable contact lens horror stories that I've ever come across in my career as an optometrist. So one day, two teenage girls walked into our office. One of them was covering her eye like that. I'll refer to her as Anna. Her friend, whom I refer to as Wendy, approached me and asked if we sold any eye drops. I told her we were out of stock at the moment and she could get it at a nearby pharmacy. Somehow, I had this feeling that something was off about Anna, who had remained quiet throughout and seemed to be in great discomfort. And so I asked her if she was okay and what happened to her eye. Anna said that they were both from a neighbouring country and were visiting Singapore for a cosplay photo shoot. They were supposed to have one last day of shoot today, but they called it off because Anna's eyes were red and swollen. She also explained that she wasn't able to see clearly because she couldn't wear contact lenses this morning. Then I asked Anna more about her contact lenses. She mentioned that she bought this brand of lenses online and had been using them for a while without much issues. However, she forgot to bring one particular pair and that's why she borrowed from Wendy. Then I asked out of curiosity, "Oh, so are these daily contact lenses?" Then Anna said, "No, they are monthlies." Wendy passed it to me after her segment was done in the morning. She rinsed it in the solution before handing it over to me. Then from the afternoon onwards, till we headed back to our hotel last night. You guys can imagine how my jaw dropped after I heard this sentence. I was genuinely too stunned to speak for a few seconds. And then I reminded them, contact lenses is something that is never to be shared with other people. I then told Anna to follow me into the consultation room and I used the slit lamp to have a quick look at her eye. She could barely open her eye when I directed the light at her eye. At this point of time, I wasn't even surprised to see that there was some mild discharge at the corner of the eye and that the cornea was a little bit cloudy. I explained what I saw to them and immediately told them to visit the A&E department at the hospital for immediate treatment. It was likely a case of bacterial keratoconjunctivitis, which is basically a bacterial eye infection. At this point of time, I also reminded them to never ever share contact lenses again. Contact lenses are classified as medical devices and should be treated as such. Even cosmetic lenses need to be fitted by an optometrist. I'm not saying that cosmetic color lenses are bad, but they definitely should not be treated as mere fashion accessories. Your eyes and vision definitely deserves more care than that.